Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Geeks Forever podcast. I am your host, uh, Jesse Goku, and you're gonna have to forgive me if I don't have the energy like I normally do. And I know I've been absent a lot lately, but joining me as always are my host, or my co-host, the host with the most, Jace, the man with the plan, Keyblade Sonic,
Hi.
the one, the only, the infamous SJ. I almost forgot your nickname, by the way.
That's okay.
Uh,
You're
so
forgiven.
yeah.
It's
Um,
time.
So, what is going on, everybody? I know I've been absent. It's long story short, but I am at least here for the next couple of days. I don't really have the same energy I normally do because I am a little under the weather. So, yeah. Well, before we get to anything, let's go ahead and get to Sonic with the skinny. What's going on with the skinny today?
Alrighty. It's more like it's kind of like the fatty. Maybe it's the medium to fat.
This is a
Average
two patty.
size.
It's a two
The
patty,
fabric-
not a three patty.
The three patty fatty. All right. So for starters, we heard a really big news that happened last week was the announcement Warner Brothers coming out to saying that the movies that are going to come out in 2021 will not only be in theaters but would also be on HBO Max. Basically movies such as like we already know that Wonder Woman 84 that's going to be coming out on Christmas Day. Other movies like Dune, the new Space Jam, Tom and Jerry, Godzilla vs. King Kong, that they will all be part of HBO Max. And it has since a lot of mostly positive reactions. However, the big ones like AMC, they're like slamming Warner Brothers, saying, "Hey, that's it's kind of messed up. We're gonna have this vaccine. Theaters are gonna be safe again." But it's depending on who you talk to. At the end of the day, it's pretty exciting. If anything, it probably gives HBO Max a big boost. All right, so the next one. For those, a little update on the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game port coming out. They announced it will be coming out on January 14th. So far, we don't know if it's going to be coming out physically. We know it's going to be digitally, but it will be coming out on January 14th. Pretty exciting on that.
That
one.
is a
His
load of
eyes just
shit.
went huge. It's like,
Yeah, Goku's eye just like.
I am absolutely pissed. I expected that shit to be out within the next week or so. Oh fuck! That just
No.
ruined my day. That's...
Oof.
let the rage fuel you.
All right. And here's earlier today, it was announced that for the Olympics in Paris, starting in 2024, breakdancing is confirmed to be an Olympic sport.
It's barely dancing. How does that count?
It's,
What?
and not only that, also I believe skateboarding as well will be considered an Olympic sport.
See that one makes sense. The whole
Yeah.
you can Fortnite your way into a fucking gold medal doesn't.
It's bad enough golf is a fucking Olympic sport. Breakdancing doesn't need to be in the stupid thing.
I don't know.
Especially somebody's gonna win a fucking medal with the Fortnite dance. Like and then they're gonna Fortnite dance into a gold medal, and I'm gonna be pissed, and then I'm never gonna watch the Olympics again.
All right. Another news. For those who
It sucks.
have ever or planning to go to Anime Expo, earlier today they announced they'll be dropping Eventbrite as their ticket provider, the software they use to sell tickets. No reason has been given. They said that if you rolled over to 2021, you will automatically get refunded. However, when the new software will be available to purchase again, you will get first priority. It's pretty. If you don't know who Eventbrite is, they're the same people who use like pre-registration for other cons. Matsuri,
Yeah, that's why they switched.
probably that. Yeah, I think. Let's be honest, that's probably going to be the way. All right, and let's see, one more thing. Oh, a couple more things. For you boxing fans out there, it's been announced that Floyd Mayweather will face Logan Paul for a fight in 2021.
He's gonna destroy him.
Say that again.
Logan Paul against Floyd Mayweather
Why?
in 2021.
Why?
Because
Floyd
they saw
Mayweather's gonna
because
make a lot of money.
they're gonna make a
not
lot of
fight
money,
someone.
and also it's probably because they saw the Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight and they saw how big those numbers were. So like, all right, well, this is gonna be a big draw.
I think, I'm not sure, Floyd Mayweather made an Instagram post about him feeling Nate Robinson was disrespected. So he's going in there for revenge, but also for a whole lot of money.
Right.
He doesn't get out of bed for less than $1 million. He's getting paid for this a lot.
You know, he doesn't give two shits about Nate Robinson. They saw like the projected amount of money he could make. He's like, oh, revenge.
He's gonna that's gonna be a. He doesn't normally box someone. Like he's a defensive boxer, but he could just light up Logan Paul.
He
It's not
he
gonna be a
lit
fight.
up Conor McGregor. He's gonna light up fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah, Conor, who's a good fighter but not a good boxer. Logan Paul's not even a good boxer or a fighter. And Mayweather's gonna destroy him.
He'll probably get gassed like early on.
Oh, he's gonna fuck with him the entire fight. He's not gonna get a good shot on him.
He's gonna fuck him. I was gonna be one of those few fights where he actually wins by a knockout.
Instead of hugging and
He's
all that.
50-0. He's never lost. He's gone against like
Because
Pacquiao
he's smart.
before.
Because he waited to fight Pacquiao when he was
Yeah.
old.
Like, I'm not gonna fight you when you're good. I might lose. I don't want to get hit. I want to get paid a lot of money to not get hit. So
And
he's gonna
not
do it
and then that I remember that Ice Cube thing. I mean, 50 Cent thing where he challenged him to read chapter 1 of a Harry Potter book.
again. Mayweather also not a good speller.
Not a
He's
good
illiterate.
Not a Ritter. He's not a good Ritter.
He's not a good ritter or
Hey,
writer.
look. With the amount of fucking money he has, you don't need to know how to read. That's for poor people.
You could pay someone to read for you.
All right, let's see. One more thing in the news. Before we talk about the big story we're going to talk about today, Nintendo is. Someone wanted me to address this. Nintendo is under a lot of heat this past weekend. For people who don't know, in case you missed it, they told the Big House, which is like this tournament organization, to not use Melee and kind of interrupted. Basically use an online mod on Melee. So since people are debating the whole private protection of their IP versus what are they doing and all that. So basically kind of escalated as this past weekend there was a Splatoon 2 North American Open tournament that they were gonna stream. However, Nintendo made the decision, you could still do it, but you're not gonna show the tournament. They're basically said we're not gonna do it because apparently there was some of the participants were supportive of the free Melee movement that's been going on. And also Nintendo has since ceased the sales of a certain Joy-Cons like decals dedicated as a tribute to Etika. For people don't know Etika, he was like really big onto Nintendo. He's known for his reactions whenever they announce something, who unfortunately passed away last year. What many don't realize that the proceeds for those Joy-Con sales would have gone to charity, which is to help any let's see, what's the best way to describe it? Yeah, just charity in general. I'm sorry,
It wasn't for profit. And they
Yeah, it's
still
not for
said,
profit.
no, you can't do that.
Yeah, but however, the person who sold them, his shop isn't shut down. People are like, giving these false claims that his shop got shut down. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just that one product he cannot sell. And unfortunately, it's another
Black eye.
Yeah, it's another black eye for Nintendo this year. I mean, they went from the highest for Animal Crossing and the lowest with all this March 31st, 2021 bullshit, and then all this stuff with Melee and Splatoon. I just don't know what is going on. I don't know if they're ever going to address this. So it's a wait and see, and we'll keep you updated on that. And that is pretty much the skinny.
All right, who's got eyes on the comments?
I do. Pachinko says, hello. Chad Anthony Lewis says, hey, Dandelion makes her return. I've been watching on my TV since the beginning.
Hey, girl.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Riveting.
Yep.
Nintendo's always been like a hard ass for
Yeah, they
they're
have that.
stickler for rules. You can't stream with them or something, or they
No,
used to not let you.
Back then they used to not let you, but it wasn't until like the beginning of like the Switch era they were like easing up on it. They were like toning it down.
Yeah,
But this year it's like, whoa, it's like, what is going on?
So with Nintendo during the Wii U era, they had this creator content program to where you had to apply for it, and you could only stream certain video games, and it has to be approved. It had to be certain clips, and it had to be approved by Nintendo. And after it was, even if it was approved, they would get 50% of the revenue that you got
Mhm.
from the said clip.
You.
Yeah,
Gross.
so Nintendo's been really full of shit. Nintendo's always been like
They're old
Nintendo's
and
very
stuck in their ways.
significant as fuck because they are the company that brought video games back out of the video game crash of 1983, 1984. They brought us the NES and they kind of revived video games in the United States. And so we're always going to be grateful to Nintendo for that. But at the same time, Nintendo has become so fucking egotistical. Like, they think that no matter what, they can do no wrong, which is not true. I mean, look at the fucking Virtual Boy.
It
Nintendo
was ahead of
just...
its time.
Yeah, well,
No.
it kind of was. At the same time, I think it gave people cancer or some shit. I don't know.
Just put lasers right in
Nintendo,
your face.
it's just that they're so full of shit sometimes, and they make a lot of... Whenever they do make mistakes, people will shit on everything they do, and it's rightfully so. But we digress. That we're not really here to talk about Nintendo. There's another reason why we're here. There's another reason why I'm fucking here.
Yeah.
Instead of
Why doesn't SJ have stuff on her wall yet?
Yeah, that's true.
You bastards. Because apparently the last time I tried to hang up stuff on my wall, I did it wrong. Because apparently I'm a girl.
Why are you hanging up shit wrong?
I didn't, but somebody thinks they could have done it better.
Who?
And my dad.
I
It was like it was your dad,
Pachinko?
wasn't it?
Did Pachinko say you could do a better job?
Oh, no.
That's just him trying to come over.
I mean, I don't know. I guess if everyone keeps socially distant and wears masks, sure, people can come over.
well, yeah, we were...
Hang up my posters. I'm gonna go in the other room.
Anyways, so for those of you living under a rock that are joining us today, Anime Dallas was just this past weekend. Woo! Anime Dallas in Dallas, Texas.
Or so they say.
I mean, they
What
say
do-
they were.
I don't know what hotel they're at.
Oh.
I don't either. I didn't give a fuck, honestly.
Don't think it's one of the big ones.
We
so I'm not too
we
concerned.
did consider submitting panels earlier in the year, months ago, when I thought it was going to be better. No, never did.
Good
I know,
call.
I know Chad was considering being a guest there, and he didn't go through with it.
Also good call.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like crap.
SJ, what are you eating?
Grapes.
Okay. We have to know.
So
My food is taking an extra long time.
Shouldn't have moved.
Well, no, I needed to move. I'm not going to drive an hour every night to go to work.
or spend $45.
On a salad.
I thought it was a sandwich.
It was a
It
salad,
came
a
with a
sandwich,
small sandwich.
dessert, and something else. I don't remember at this point. But anyway.
If I recall, it was $45 because they didn't charge you for something that they should have because they put
Yeah.
ham in it. So
Yeah.
it should have cost more. So I'm not giving you credit for it also being these other things. It was a $45 salad.
And I ate it over the course of like practically a week.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
That sounds
Salad
gross.
can't be that good. It's all wilted.
Well,
So
no, I
this
ate the-
convention, the
Dumbasses.
convention that went on up in Dallas. Did you say racist?
I said dumbasses.
Oh, okay, that's acceptable.
I was
We are
gonna say-
dumbasses.
Yeah, I'd
We are
rather be a
not
dumbass
racist.
than a
though.
racist.
Most racists are dumbasses, though.
This is
But not all
true.
dumbasses are racist.
You know what I've been watching, like, for the past
What?
3 days? I've just been watching videos of, like, Senor Cheetah Puff followers and people that, like, believe he's, like, absolutely right and a gift by
Right.
God.
See, that's why you're still sick, because you're watching that toxic shit. You need to
Poisoning
be watching
yourself.
Animaniacs. That will cure you right up.
No, I watched DuckTales. That's way fucking better.
Okay, fine. Literally
Yeah, probably.
anything else besides that
And-
bullshit.
Fucking DuckTales is being canceled. I'm so pissed.
I'm sorry.
How am I gonna survive? I'm gonna die. Anyway, so Anime
God.
Dallas. So a lot of people were talking about Anime Dallas, especially all over our Discord, and it was one of those things too where we couldn't just ignore it. We weren't gonna ignore it anyway. So it's definitely interesting to see that a convention in Texas still happened, despite the fact that we are very in the red when it comes to COVID-19 numbers. and you know, like it's kind of hard to like, even if you mask up. And here's the fucking crazy thing: even if you mask up, like, there's no promise that you're not gonna catch the virus. You can still catch the fucking virus.
Yeah. You go touch something, and then touch your face.
Right. The whole point is the mask helps a little bit, but you also have to like not touch your face. You have to wash your hands regularly.
Well, the mask only prevents if you have the virus from it getting out. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, they're like,
right.
Shake my hand, shake.
Yeah, and that's the next. That was the next thing.
Why would I do it now?
Yeah, and that was the next thing. Like, everyone needs to wash their hands, especially if you do that bullshit. That's why you sneeze into your shoulder and your elbow. That would be a fantastic feat if you could do it into your shoulder.
Fuck that! You sneeze in front of me, I'm pepper spraying you with Febreze.
That's not gonna help anything.
With a fucking with bleach or some shit.
An aerosol can with a lighter that someone spray you with.
I'm gonna start throwing Lysol grenades at people. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna use fucking mustard gas on your ass.
Flashbang.
I see my favorite con.
But with the convention, and I was looking at the regulation. I don't know if you saw their stupid regulations. They said that, oh, for everyone that buys a badge, we're gonna do a fucking temperature check on you, and
it should be regardless.
Yeah. Do you want me to read the statement that they?
Yeah. Go ahead and read it.
They said. All right. So, for people who don't know, this past weekend, like we said, Anime Dallas is going on. All right. So the Friday of it, this is their statement. This is their big post they talk about. Here's what they wrote. We look forward to seeing you all the rest of the weekend. If you have COVID, you are required to remain home. We are testing temperatures at registration badge pickup. We also have implemented temperature spot checks. We're using several different brands of temperature sensors to ensure that inaccurate results do not result in any exposure. For your information, many of our guests, including me, our president, and my daughter, who is also attending as a guest as well, received negative COVID-19 test results before the event. We don't have COVID. Many top convention staff have been tested this week prior to the convention and have received negative results as well. If you've seen the photos from the weekend, you will see higher mask compliance than any local store or restaurant. We are very serious about being safe. The reality of the current situation is that actors, artists, and vendors are hurting because of events and conventions shutting down across the country. They're hurting deeply. Many of them may be evicted once the eviction moratorium ends in January. Many are running out of funds and can't pay their bills. We are holding Anime Dallas this weekend in order to help provide support for them. We've seen significant vitriol online about attending Anime Dallas. We're so disheartened to see that. This show has never been about profit. Every year we are raising money for charity. Our event is about bringing some security and revenue to these vendors, artists, and actors. Our event is also about community. This community means very much to us. Anime has been our job and our livelihood for a long time for many of us. In regards to suggestions to take convention virtual, online conventions have resulted in less than 10% of the income for artists and vendors. Online conventions cannot replace the experience and community that can be found at in-person conventions. We believe the COVID is real and dangerous. That's why Anime Dallas has highly enforced mask adherence. That's why we require social distancing in all event rooms. That's why we do temperature checks at badge pickup. That's why we have seating restrictions. That's why we enforce social distancing. I want you all to have a safe, fun time in Anime Dallas. If you don't feel safe coming, we're absolutely prepared to refund your pass. We can see you another time or at another event. That's okay. For those who struggle at home without their con friends, for those who are vendors or need to pay bills, for those who can't exist without this community, that's why we put on this event. So thank you for understanding why we're putting on an event for this community, for being reasonable about everyone's need to be here in some way, and for being part of the anime community. Whether or not you agree with having the convention, we are wishing you for your continued health and safety. We are with all the love in the world. And that's the letter.
Okay, I like
What
to
a
say,
bunch of crap.
well, I see where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I see where the fuck they're coming from. Everyone's like fucking broke, and right now our fucking leaders are too busy jerking each other off to fucking come up with a fucking stimulus package or plan or whatever to help the fucking economy from collapsing and people that are about to fucking be evicted from their apartments. But at the same time, I have a problem with their statement. They're like, oh, we can't believe people are shitting all over us for trying to have this convention. I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? The fucking fact that you're gonna have a fucking anime convention in the middle of a fucking pandemic that's on the fucking rise when it comes to cases, and people that didn't think that they were gonna catch the fucking virus are catching the fucking virus. And I understand that there are people out there that are starving to death, but you know what? There's so many fucking other ways you could have done this, and you're gonna pretend like, oh no, we're just doing this for the greater good. I understand that probably the fucking hotel would force them into fucking doing this, but at the same time, there were so many other fucking ways they could have done this shit. They could have done a virtual con, they could have done a fucking fundraiser, they could have done raffles, they could have done so many motherfucking things.
Right.
At the same time, this convention is so fucking full of shit because, look, I wanted to work with them, I wanted to do panels there, but at the same time, I'm not about to go out there and put my ass at risk. And like, didn't the fucking leader, like the fucking con owner, just like come into contact with somebody that has COVID-19 and like he just got tested?
I was gonna bring that up. So what Goku just brought up is he was actually exposed to it a week prior to the event. And what people don't understand, that he did get tested, but it was too early. You have to wait about 4 to 6 days after exposure for the test to be accurate. Otherwise, there isn't enough virus load in your system for it to show up on the test. That's why the CDC recommends you to quarantine for 10 days after being exposed to someone. So if anything, he probably must have got a false negative.
It's a big comment in the comment section by Lexa. PAX went entirely online to make up for Australia and West and made good money with merch. Had 24-hour programs over 9 days via Twitch. People got to engage with panelists too via Discord. It was amazing. Anime Dallas could have done something like this, but didn't. PAX Unplugged is going on right now online for another week with tabletop demos, panels, and games and stuff on stream, which is true. The guy made the comment. First of all, this guy sounds. I was just picturing Trump saying the entire first part of that because it sounds like something that idiot would say. But he's saying that virtual cons don't work. They don't make as much money. It's true. It's not. But your convention you ran was at a fraction of the amount of people it was going to have. You probably still charge these people for tables to run their booths, and they're not going to make up the money for the table they made because you're dealing with, instead of 8,000 people, you have 800 people, and they're not going to spend their money on your stuff. So your idea that they need to come and buy the stuff here, that's not true. They're not going to make up. You didn't refund their table cost. You didn't do any of that stuff. You're still costing money. And the other conventions that have gone online have advertised and repeatedly had events to try to make these people buy merch from these dealers. That way they can make up this money.
Yeah.
Anime Dallas didn't do it. The hotel might not have let them cancel. That's true.
Yeah, and also another thing too, like some conventions that went virtual, they was like, hey, any artists out there who were originally going to be part of the Artist Alley, show us your stuff and we'll happy to promote it. You know, that also helps too. And also, it doesn't hurt for the artists to like, hey, since conventions aren't going on and I don't feel safe going somewhere, I'm opening up commissions, DM me or something. It never hurts to do that. I mean, if you're going to, sometimes they'll do like an online store, that's another thing.
They usually sell stuff online anyway.
Yeah.
Like Anime Fest has their Discord going, and they have an entire section of artists. Their Artist Alley is now on Discord that people can go in. They have Etsy shops. They have all kinds of things. You can just go in there and buy from them, which it's always active. I'm getting tons of notifications from them all the time because I don't turn the stuff off. But you can help the sellers do that. You don't have to run a convention to try to get 5 people to buy 3 keychains from this one dealer. It's not going to help.
Also, even on, obviously, this whole convention, Twitter was social media sites were having a field day about this. I was to the point where some of the voice actors who were part of it, Lucy Christian, she was actually she was part of the board, and someone asked, is it virtual unlike Anime Dallas that for some reason is still going on this weekend? She responded, yes, it's virtual, so safe. I advised Anime Dallas to postpone, and when I realized it was confirmed to happen, I declined to go and have been removed from the board. I completely understand your sentiments. So basically, someone did say, "Hey, why don't we just do this virtually?" You know, at
Well,
least some.
make money.
All right. And let's see, Lexa on the comment said, renting that space had to cost money as well. It is really believable that they actually made enough to recoup costs with the numbers who actually attended.
I think generally, I don't know much about conventions, but the cost that they wound up having for that space is made up by your tickets, your sales. So as long as they have, because they didn't refund any of their badges, I don't think. I didn't see anything about them refunding them. So they rolled over something probably to next year.
It's not just badges. It's the vendors.
Vendors,
Right, because
space,
they
and
all
all
paid for that stuff. Which by running the convention, they didn't refund that. They still had that money from there. So they
What they're probably gonna do is they're gonna just whatever they couldn't afford to pay them this year, because sometimes conventions sometimes hotels don't charge the convention until like the weekend of the full amount. So they're probably just gonna like tack on their bill for fucking next year.
So they're probably in the red for this year and probably next year if they don't make enough to recoup from it.
Right. And actually, I did share on the Discord. There was somebody who made this long post actually being at the convention, and he's pretty much detailing what's going on over there. I mean, if you want me to read that one.
Yeah. Before we go ahead and let's address something that this is the main reason why I'm fucking here. The dumb fuck. I don't want to say his name because I don't have the screenshot in front of me anyway. But the dumb fuck who advertised he was throwing a fucking room party.
Oh yeah, I have it here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey guys, I'm gonna have a room party in room 4 something, and like, dude, man, they trashed all over him, all over the fucking post.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, he got in trouble with the hotel.
He did.
What kind of a dumb ass? First off, pandemic or no pandemic, even if there was no pandemic, kind of a dumbass advertises on fucking Facebook, hey everybody, come by room so and so, we're having a party, we're gonna be smoking in the room.
Rookie.
Fucking amateur.
Goku doesn't need to advertise. Everyone just knows.
First off, you don't advertise you're about to do shenanigans in your room.
It's like finding Narnia, though. You gotta hunt down Goku like a mythical creature.
You might as well go down to the fucking front desk and tell them to charge you an extra $300 for the smoke device thing. For the air purifier, because that's how much that motherfucker costs. Like, secondly, you're a dumb dude. I don't know if this dude ever watches the podcast, but dude, you're a fucking idiot. And then he tries to play the victim like, oh, you know, everybody said it was a bad idea, so he canceled. And, you know, I kind of got in trouble with the hotel. Yeah, no shit, dumbass. You're lucky they didn't throw your ass out of the fucking hotel, dumb fuck.
Yeah, and in the comment section, Alexa, she shared a tweet. Pretty much, here's the tweet. It goes, for the context is someone met as a couple of voice actors at Anime Dallas, and they had a photo. The tweet goes, hey, Anime Dallas, I thought you were going to be strictly enforcing correct mask wearing. So this person was, let's see. Yeah, this person had his mask correctly, but under his nose. Basically, he's not wearing it correctly.
Damn nosers.
Or a South Park call them chin diapers.
Chin diapers.
I'm looking at the picture right now. The voice actress is not even like looking, and like she's like, yeah.
She looked like she'll be anywhere but there.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, let me get my face away from yours.
And I've met her too. Like at KamehamehaCon last year, she would always look at like straight in the camera. This one, she looked like she's like, I really don't want to be here.
I'm contractually obligated to be here.
She looks like, it's like, why am I here? Oh, that's right, money.
I was like, oh, go on.
Just for the record, and trust me, I know. Don't ask me how I know. I just know this. Just because you're not running a fever doesn't mean you don't have COVID.
True.
Asymptomatic.
You could be asymptomatic, or it's just one of the fucking symptoms you don't have. Like, not everybody that has COVID, that's actively suffering from COVID, has a fever. And trust me, weebs don't give a shit. They will still go to the con. You expect weebs to social distance and like the statement, oh, if you have COVID, you have to stay home. Bullshit.
That's so dumb of a statement. Stay home. Why are you checking temperatures? If you think they're going to follow the first statement, why would you bother checking temperatures then?
Can you imagine that conversation? I'm so miserable. Oh, woe is me. There's a con. But they said if you have COVID, you have to stay home. Well, gosh darn it.
Are you over 18? Yes.
I'm a grown-ass adult. Why do I sound like Turtle from Team 4-Star?
I don't know. Why do you?
Screw you guys.
I'm over 300 years old.
Why you sound like baloney from Animaniacs?
I haven't seen Animaniacs.
No, from the old anime, OG one. Yeah.
I didn't even watch
Barney
the OG one.
Yeah, Barney parody.
Their statement of they're providing this for all these people coming in. You are enabling these people to go to convention because you think they absolutely have to have it. It's just dumb. If you don't give them the convention, they're not going to have that problem.
You don't need to give these fedora-wearing neckbeard having motherfuckers a fucking reason to go out. They need to stay at
for
home.
anything but conventions.
I was gonna say something about your hat, Jace, but it's not a
This
fedora.
is not a fedora, sir.
Yeah.
It's a cabbie hat.
I was gonna say I thought you were wearing 2 baseball caps. I was like, Jace, what the hell?
I have to protect the back of the neck and the front of the neck.
It looks like you're trying to protect your eyes from the sunlight that your background is creating.
It's very bright here. It might be all these spotlights I have pointing at my face.
Okay. He's got a big head.
Are we still on the skinny?
No, we're already past the skinny.
Oh, thank God.
Food arrived.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to steal you, or what's it called? Abduction? That was it.
Or swatting.
I'm sick and she thought we were still on the fucking skinny?
Yeah, she really thought we were on the skinny. And
Well,
I even
we're going
said
over
we're on.
basic news stuff, so.
Yeah, so technically, yeah. All right.
This is like the extra long bread of this skinny.
The skinny bread. And and there's been a lot of and with this whole thing with Anime Dallas, there's been a lot of people who aren't even like part of the community and all this stuff even reporting this stuff. There was apparently law and political Twitter, they're even calling out Anime Dallas. A reporter from the Defense News wrote, anyone who has ever been to a nerd convention can tell you that it is a giant cesspool in the best of circumstances. There's even a phrase on getting sick after being at a conventional weekend called con crud.
Mm-hmm.
They're adapting to our lingo.
They're learning fast.
Oh, no.
And yeah. And then regarding the party announcement that you mentioned, Goku, someone wrote, translation, sorry, I got guilt tripped into not having my room party during a pandemic at a con happening during the pandemic.
Dumb fuck. I'm gonna run into this person in real life one day and I'm gonna look at him and be like, dumb fuck.
You detect a large amount of stupid somewhere. Oh, it's you.
I'm dumb as fuck. Sorry.
I don't care. I don't care if people think I'm being mean or bullying or whatever, but that was really fucking stupid. That's like me stealing a cash register in front of a police officer at a donut shop.
Yeah, it's like pretty much just kind of sealing your fate there.
You might as well go up to somebody and ask them to kick you in the dick.
There was a report that someone posted. It was about Voldemort was related to this convention.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But there's not really any evidence showing that that's true. It's just kind of hearsay, so we can't back that up.
Right.
I mean, he might be. Who knows?
Yeah, he's got his fingers in a lot of things.
And also, even people on Twitter there's even somebody who would tweet a list of cosplayers that are going to Anime Dallas and pretty much listing all the cosplayers that said they were going. And people are like calling him. I was like, oh, that's doxing. Why are you doing that? That's so mean.
That's not doxing.
That's not doxing at all. Yeah.
If you're linking to their like Facebook cosplay profile, that's not doxing. If you're linking it to their private Facebook, that'd be different.
First off, I want to know people are so hell bent on reporting on everybody like that win and like whoever just fucking, who cares? The fact that people are fucking there to begin with, the fucking fact that they have a fucking a contactless buffet for $15 fucking dollars. Like, how does this fucking work? This isn't fucking Ponchos. Do I raise a fucking flag and you bring me food?
Casa Bonita.
Sopapilla, sopapilla.
Sopapilla. Yeah, for those of you that have never eaten at Ponchos before, Ponchos is a fucking buffet where you don't touch the food at all. You raise a flag and they bring you more food. You order what you want and they bring you more because it's all you can eat buffet.
Those were days.
Yeah, it's gone now. Fuck.
Yeah, the Ponchos over there in 45. Now it's a CC's.
Comment section. Lexa goes, that's not doxing at all. LMAO. It's a collection of information they posted publicly themselves about Anime Dallas. That's not doxing. Deanna says, I was busy reading webtoons, but I'm finally here.
You didn't miss much.
Uzi SMG says, hey,
Justin's back.
Which webtoon? Tell me.
Yeah, comment which webtoon. We might be reading it.
Oh yeah, do you want we also have this long post about someone who was actually there, who made this long Facebook about it. He wrote, for those wondering about how Anime Dallas has gone. That's the title of it.
I saw some of the videos.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing that I want to bring up.
Spaced.
Did y'all see some of the fucking comments to where people were like, oh my god, if you want to live in fear, then that's on you, but don't ruin this for the rest of us. Did y'all see some of those fucking comments?
Up at the Facebook group Anime North Texas, someone had posted about Anime Dallas, and the comments got shut down after 8 comments because every bit of them immediately went into that very thing. Like, you can't live in fear. People have the right to make this decision. It's like, that's not how a pandemic works.
Yeah,
you don't get to choose someone else's fate.
In the Anime Dallas group, they're very frequent. It was specifically like a handful of people.
There was the sad thing too, I feel like I should say this. For me, I do voiceovers, for people know. I do it for there's a producer.
You're so talented.
I did voices for. He went to Anime Dallas. It was like, oh, it's such a good time and all that. And he goes on Twitter, acts like a total douchebag to all the people who said, hey, you shouldn't go to this convention. He would be like, oh, your cosplays are so ugly and all that shit. Who the fuck wanted to see
That's
you?
unnecessary.
I'm like, I just feel like I'm in a predicament right now. It's like, did I say something to him? Should I just tell him, hey, man, we got to talk? You know, it's to the point where it's like, okay, don't do that, man. You do not do that. It doesn't matter whether there's a pandemic or not. You need to do that.
You need to go talk to your boy, because that's how you get your ass whooped.
And it's like, he would just, I don't know. Then again, doesn't surprise me. I've seen his tweets. They're getting way too political. I'm like, bro, like, dog, leave that shit out of there, man. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people who just defend the fuck out of this decision of them holding a con. And I don't know. Some of them are just going a little too far about it. Others, I don't know. It's a weird predicament.
Deanna commented, love me not, and nice to meet you for the webtoons. James Karsten put in Chiapet. I don't know. Now, I'm not someone who's going to panic over whatever it may be, but even I, as a con-going guy, would think, no, this weekend isn't a good time to start cons up.
It's not, yeah.
It's still 2020.
These people are fucking stupid. No, these people are fucking stupid, dude. There's a lot of them that are just like, they don't give a shit about anybody else but themselves. And then pretty soon they're going to catch the fucking virus and they're going to be gasping for air like a fish out of fucking water.
And they're the same people like, oh, don't be sheep. You know it's not real. Then they fucking think they're scientists and all that shit.
They're only out of breath because
they're like, don't be sheep. And then they're the same fucking people that think that that climate change isn't real. Oh,
you want to believe the scientists?
Fucking feeling so good. Anyways,
we still have you. Lawrence McGee says,
Rummy.
I'm late, but what's up? Rummy.
So, we're talking about Anime Dallas.
Yeah. And so you want me to read this long post about it? You want me to just say it through paragraph and then you just give your thoughts on it?
Yeah, just
break it down for us, homie.
All right, let's break it down. All right. So somebody was at this convention, going to remain anonymous for now. And basically he wrote this. For those wondering how Anime Dallas has gone, attendance is way down. This is only partially by design. They did only online reg and did not sell out their goal of half last year's attendance. The staff have done an excellent job of enforcing masks. Yeah, sure they did. I had to remind people about once an hour to pull the mask up where it slipped off their nose, and there are a few with those idiotic vent masks that do nothing. But so far, my fellow vendors and some very small kids are the only ones going on masks for any length of time. The staff is also doing touchless temperature checks, including vendors, and the hotel is doing regular sterilization of everything, including UV sweeps of dealer merch. Granted that the event chose to forego the obvious, most effective method of preventing COVID spread, i.e., stay at home. They're taking all other precautions. They even brought dozens of bottles of hand sanitizer to make sure that every dealer, not every booth, every dealer had their own, plus a jumbo dispenser for customers coming in at the door. As for my own precautions, the N95 mask is from before opening until I get into the van. I brought a 20-pack, so I'm used to fresh one each day, and I sanitize hands about once an hour. But contactless browsing never got off the ground because I wasn't able to put the disposable food service gloves anywhere on display for people to see and take. Let's see. Okay. In the plague doctor mask to ask as my eye shield. After 2 minutes, I can't read my computer to ring up sales. Waste of dough. As I type this, the computer estimates me for about $50 in the black. It could have been more, but I'm using the weekend to line up on stock, which could have gradually been curled over the course of an entire year. My biggest worry, this was from Friday, keep in mind. They are doing on-site registration tomorrow. That's this past Saturday, with small kids admitted free on the grounds that most attendees in the past bail on Sunday and thus free up room under the attendance cap, which means that the mask doubters and looky-loos will be strongest tomorrow. It's been an interesting experiment to watch, but I'd rather have forego if it could have been rolled over to 2021. What I'm seeing is that when the vaccine is distributed through the conventions to resume on a mass scale, there is a foundation present to rebuild the pre-COVID con scene. But what I am seeing here is not something that is sustainable under these conditions. The attendance is too small, but can't be made any larger. And too many think that vent masks or balaclavas are just as good as N95s, and that they're good all day instead of just a briefest necessary periods. In any case, I won't be applying for any new shows until I am immunized, one way or another. But I'll be vending at any of the rolled over shows from 2020, which goes ahead with a spring date. As it stands, I think my next such event will be CoastCon in early March. And in the interim, when I get home, I'm doing at least a 7-day quarantine followed up by another quick test in Livingston. I'm fully aware how risky this trip is, and if I do get the thing, I intend to keep my part in the spread as low as possible. 0 would be nice.
Wow.
To answer a question in the comment section, is yeah, this convention is getting a lot of attention, especially national attention.
Mm-hmm.
But not us. We shit on every con that's happening. If you are a convention and you are hosting your convention right now, we are going to shit on you too.
I guess like I understand where like everyone's coming from, so I guess I can kind of play a little bit of devil's advocate. Keep in mind, I'm actually in the front lines. I see what this does. I have seen patients come in, and some of them have been fortunate to walk out of the hospital, and some of them have not been able to walk out of the hospital. So I've seen it go both ways. And it depends on, and age isn't technically a factor. So that being said, I understand that this is not a sustainable way to, conventions are a business, hotels are a business. Everyone's been taking a hit. And again, if this was a perfect world and people actually could follow fucking directions, I think that would have been fine. Keeping everything socially distant, having a restricted amount of people, like saying that only so many people can be inside the building at a time. Fucking Trader Joe's does it. They watch those doors like hawks. They're like, oh, if one person goes in, one person can only go in if one person comes out. If 3 people come out, 3 people can go in. They keep it pretty. They're not just allowing the masses to go in. They're keeping an eye on who's going in and who's going out. A lot of stores are actually doing that. They'll say like, hold on, we're only allowing like 10 people plus the employees and stores at a time. So depending on how many people are in there, you might have to wait a few minutes. If you can keep doing that, that's great. And if, again, vendors and the staff and the volunteers were able to say, yes, here's your hand sanitizer, here's your soaps, hand wash stations, like fucking wash your hands all the damn time. And people would actually wear their masks to cover their nose and their mouths. Great. But unfortunately, nobody's perfect. And on the other side of that, as far as like the people go, I mean, go ahead. If you're a generally healthy person, yeah, okay, go out and spend a little bit of money, do some stuff. But if you're caring for someone at your home that is at risk or immunocompromised, stay the fucking home. Like, tough shit. You don't get to go have a social life right now because you have responsibilities.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to, like, I mean, I know where you're coming from, but it's kind of hard to agree when it's weaves, and weaves don't even fucking bathe or put on deodorant or fucking brush their teeth.
Well, and then they're a whole nother subject entirely. I mean, they couldn't do it under normal conditions. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. But anybody with 2 actual functioning brain cells and the ability to actually have empathy for others, which does not include most weebs, that's how I think this should be going. We should be able to open up a little bit more if people actually could take their heads out of their asses and realize, hey, I actually do watch or monitor people that have weak immune systems, no immune systems, elderly, children, yada, yada, yada. And I can't afford to get sick and put them at risk. But whereas people like, who are generally healthy and can do this kind of stuff, I think, yeah, we should do just a little bit. But again, not act like idiots. Don't be like licking the tables and everything.
Hey, can't tell me what to do.
Don't worry about that. Licking the doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Yeah.
Right.
Lexi does come up as it kind of controversy. Going out, even if you are healthy, though, you need to follow all the protocols.
Exactly.
Wear a mask, wash your hands,
Right.
social distance. That's how you help prevent this from spreading. We're not saying go out. If you're healthy, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about anything because that is how you become an asymptomatic spreader. So
yeah. Sorry if I
you can
didn't make that
have
clear.
a social life if you're smart. Don't go to a movie theater when there's an obvious chance that everyone else in that stupid theater could be hot on fucking COVID. Don't go to convention where we can't follow basic protocols anyway. Be smart. If you're going to be healthy and be out there, be smart. But the problem is people in general are stupid. The individual can be smart.
Yeah.
A mass of idiots is a problem. And that's every freaking convention you go to.
Right. And that's like the next thing is like, you can't talk to the masses, but if like you individual, I'm talking to like you specifically, if you can just focus on your own damn self and wash your hands regularly and bathe and do this and wear a fucking mask,
sanitizer.
Okay. And then hopefully, like you really just have to talk to these people like one at a time and be like, you have to do this.
Yeah, and there's even like a lot of people. I'll give you an example. Because this guy tweeted about it. He goes, "Shout out to the convention organizers of Anime Dallas, the only convention brave with an asterisk enough to stay open during the height of 2020's pandemic. Has asterisk idiotic." And someone on the comment section goes, "Your comment reeks of privilege." And then someone replies, "How does not going to an anime convention during a global pandemic means that he's privileged?"
He's got money.
And the sad part is, like, some of these people are like, "Oh, you're so sheep. You guys are dumb. We need this con as our lives depend. We need our con. We need this and all that." I'm like, why don't you go tell somebody who's healthy, who didn't show any symptoms, who passed away? Why don't you tell them to their family? Yeah, go tell them to their face. I would love to see you to say that.
Oh my god, I hate it when people fucking use the word sheep.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck you guys.
I'm like, first, like, and then I hate it when people use sheep,
Mm-hmm.
and then I hate it when people use the word sheeple. I'm like, that's not even right.
Right.
Yeah, like how these people think they're doctors and all that just because they hide behind a computer, like a keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, well, it's not as, like, the projected numbers or whatever. I don't want to get too into the whole political standpoint of COVID-19, but I just fucking can't stand people that are out here saying sheep. Like, oh my God, you're sheep. I'm like, shut the fuck up before I punch you in the fucking face.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm reasonably conscious. Words. I am a reasonably responsible adult and don't want to be spreading my germs all over the fucking place. I understand we can't live in a sterile environment. That's just life. There are good bacteria out there. However, this is not the same as your normal flu. This is much more contagious, much more quicker, and it's killing so much faster than a normal flu does. So fuck you guys again. And I'm done.
So Gabby comments like they're calling people sheep like the animal. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sheep are easily herded and they're,
Somebody sent me a fucking text. I don't feel like looking at my
there's
Understood.
it's too easy to get sick at a convention to begin with. Because we have a thing called the con crud.
Truth.
There's no reason to go to convention, and your social life takes a hit no matter what. I haven't been impacted very much because I don't go outside. I don't like people in general.
Yeah.
I like person. Like
I am a generally healthy person. Period. It takes a shit ton to get me sick. That being said,
I'll be back.
every single fucking time I go to a convention, even the Transformers ones, and we're a calm, collected group, I get sick every fucking time.
Looks like your robot nerds getting viruses.
Right. We didn't update our Norton.
I just keep clicking refresh.
Right.
But the comments are pretty active because of the statement of you can be social if you're healthy, but I was trying to correct that in that be smart. Don't be stupid. If your social life does include going out and being physically interactive with people, then sorry, you're fucked. Don't do it. Stay home. Be responsible because you're fucking over other people by doing that.
Yeah.
But if your social life considers, I need to go to the store and get food. I need to go out to a restaurant because I'm bored. I got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
As long as that restaurant's following the procedures that need to, social distancing, then that's acceptable. But you don't need to be going to a sporting event. You don't need to be going out to a park. Every park I've seen is mostly closed. They don't let people go out there.
No, there's a lot of parks in Houston that are fucking open.
Well, Texas is stupid.
Well, we are. But like, again, even the restaurant stuff in the grocery store, because I've seen the videos like, you're not letting me in because I won't wear a mask. And it's like, number one, I hate that fucking excuse. Like, I have a breathing condition. I can't wear a mask.
You have a seeing condition when I deck you in the face.
Bullshit. There is no single respiratory disease that is contraindicated, means it would be made worse by wearing a mask. Not a single fucking one.
You find the biggest employee you have in that place. You have them stand at that door and put a big old sign saying, if you do not put your mask on, I will put it on for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this guy who's going to deck you in the face if you don't do it.
Hey, are they hiring?
It's like, say, there's some big guys out there who are looking for physical interaction.
I was going to say.
So what's going on? What were we talking about? Sorry.
Talking about punching people in the face.
Talk about trying to get idiots to actually enforce their rules, because you can't. Walmart's not going to enforce their rules once they're inside. You'll get an announcement every once in a while that's saying, remain social distancing, even amongst family and friends. It's like, okay, that's not working.
They should have periodic like pepper spraying. Like you have to wear a face shield from now on, and if you don't wear it, like surprise pepper spray to the face.
Put on your social distancing.
That being said, like at the hotel I was at, it's like, again, people can't follow these basic rules. It's like no shirt, no shoes, no service. I don't know why that's so fucking complicated for so many people.
Whoa,
just add the next line. No shirt,
shoes.
no shoes, no mask, no service. Period. But like the hotel, there were signs all over the place saying, if you're not in the privacy of your room, you have to wear a mask. And I was like, pretty fucking easy.
I can't read.
Nobody can fucking read. Everybody was always walking around without a mask. I can read. I know how to listen to rules. And also I work at a fucking hospital. So
You're so
wow, the
privileged
way
with
you
your
said it.
education and shoes.
I know a fucking white education.
shut up, guy.
I bought a house. Oh.
I can read words that are bigger than 4 letters. Oh,
Hey.
What comes after 5, huh?
oh shit!
Six.
I didn't know I was gonna be quizzed.
Look at that. I can't even check to see if that's right.
I have more than 5 fingers. Oh,
More than 5 fingers.
I have 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
See,
I mean-
5.
that's what I
yeah,
meant.
there you go. Okay.
5.
I know how to spell cat. C-A-T. Cat.
Nah, you still spelled it wrong. It's a K.
It's K.
You forgot the exclamation point.
Okay, with 2 T's.
Alternatively, I would have chose kitty, but
So it's kind of hard.
it's
about-
too tough.
What about Kit Kat?
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh wait, hold on. Spell go. Okay, G-A-U-X. No, it's G-O.
Trying to trick me with their smart words.
Oh shit!
But what else? Oh, same thing with the hospitals. Like, if you're in your own room, you have to wear a mask, or you don't have to wear a mask. But if you're walking around the hallways, you have to wear a mask.
Well, when you're in your room, you have the advantage of.
Oh wait, I
walls.
have a question for you guys though. We're going this whole thing. How do you feel about people who say this? The most effective people by COVID, the most ones affected by COVID are the ones with chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and are immunocompromised. Anime Dallas haters should start campaigns for education for healthy eating habits to prevent obesity and all the other conditions that come with it.
Okay, accurate, but that's just an overall blanket statement. That's not helping helping a lot of stuff. We get a lot of
Yes, good point. I have a heart disease from birth. I'm glad I ate my vegetables when I was 13, though. 'Cause
right.
that'll help me.
Also,
Like-
another person. Sorry, SJ.
It's okay.
Let me add another one to this
Go
one.
ahead. Go ahead.
All these people mad at Anime Dallas should get mad at people buying fast food soda, obese people because they are killing themselves with perfectly preventable diseases. Also, healthy people don't suffer from COVID symptoms.
Hey.
Not wrong.
Yes and no. Mostly no. That's not really how that works. Those are like accurate statements, but they don't mesh.
There were, I don't know their names exactly. There were a couple of ESPN sports broadcasters that when they got quarantined at home and started broadcasting from the house, some of them had got COVID. These are athletic professional athletes that were
Right.
retired now and are still very athletic,
hmm
got COVID. And they said, it's difficult to breathe. I'm tired. You still suffer from them. Your athleticism and healthiness has almost nothing to do if you just happen to be affected
Right.
by it.
We get prisoners in the hospital pretty frequently. And
Because Houston's full of crime.
because, well, besides that, and they're technically kind of healthy people overall. And
Nothing to do but work out.
nothing to do but work out. I mean, I'm sure that food isn't exactly the best food,
3 hot meals a day.
but it's not like, vegetables and whatever. It's not actually like good for you stuff, but it's still, I'm not going to get into about the whole prison system, but
Why not?
that's a whole nother can of worms. We just do not have the time
We'll
for
just
it.
link you to a better video and then we'll be done with it.
Right. And but yeah, because of overpopulation and the crowding, a lot of people are getting it. And so, this really does hit all ages, and it's not just the people that are elderly, immunocompromised, overweight. It is people that are much older than us that are about our sizes, and it's
Don't put scissors in your mouth, Sonic. That's
Oh,
dangerous.
sorry,
what's up?
I'm having
Are those safety scissors?
no fabric scissors.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
They look like safety
I was like,
scissors.
are they rounded at the tip? Safety scissors?
Yeah,
My
they're the-
8-year-old has those.
There's the art scissors. Because I get to cut my construction paper.
But yeah, so I don't like yes, I agree that we should be focusing more on teaching people to eat healthy and exercise properly and all that stuff from an earlier age.
They should watch Super Size Me at a young age.
They should. They should. I watched that in college.
Actually,
That's
not a very accurate movie because he wound up being healthier at the end of the thing, and they did not release the information.
That's true. But
They
the way-
they didn't release all of the information. His cholesterol was actually lower by the end of it because he was eating regularly, and he wasn't doing that before. And all of his information, that the doctor can't release it, and he refuses to release the final findings of it.
That
And
came
it's
out
not-
too-
they said it's because McDonald's wasn't willing to do it. No, McDonald's says they can release it because they know that he was actually somewhat healthier. Not like he's fit now, but
yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole nother thing entirely.
Mhm.
And again, like metabolism is a whole nother animal to deal with regardless. But anywho, my point, what the fuck was my point?
education is important for getting healthy. That's true, but that is
Right.
not going to solve.
But that
COVID.
doesn't stop, viruses and stuff. That doesn't
Viruses don't
stop.
give a shit.
Yeah, that doesn't stop the germs and everything like that. So
You have ways of boosting your immune system with proper eating and healthy stuff,
Mhm.
but a disease and a virus
different story.
generally don't give a shit.
yeah, accurate. And you can't be in a sterile environment. And if you're in a sterile environment, you're actually more susceptible to germs anyway. So that's why, like, quote unquote, like, eating dirt is a good thing. You should be outside. You should be among people. You shouldn't be in a bubble away from stuff unless it's literally absolutely going to kill you. But yeah, there's like other things. It's not just it's
if
not
you-
a blanket statement.
If you looked into the individuals who have all died from this, you'll probably find some amazingly fit and healthy people that'll
Sure.
just blow your fucking plan right out the water. So as long as you're healthy and you're eating right, you're fine. It's like, that's not true. If it was true, these people would never be sick.
Yeah.
Like, I rarely get sick. I'm not super healthy, but I rarely get sick. I just
Mhm.
don't.
Same.
Same.
I like to think that my allergies are just stronger than anything that comes into my immune system. And it's like, oh, sorry, we're full here. You go somewhere else.
Right.
Ow. I'm fat. So let's solve the prison system.
Ow.
Well, they're legal. The legalized marijuana soon. Hopefully,
Well, that'll be a
The Senate won't pass it, but they voted for it in the House. Goku stepped out for a moment.
Mhm.
He's not feeling good, so y'all both eating.
I'm sorry. Just
I eat beforehand,
I ate already too.
like an adult.
It took them too long to bring me my food.
Is it Chinese?
I thought. Well, Thai specifically.
Thai good. You like shirt? We got Thai food. That was a question I was asked.
Yeah.
Gabby had tacos. So, Anime Dallas, in the long run, probably they'll be fine. They'll be in the red this year,
Mhm.
probably into next year for a bit. But from looks of it, they are not going to suffer horribly from this. We'll see if this pandemic continues on to next year and see what their decision is. But
Right.
I mean, if it continues on, because we all heard the information about the vaccine, it's only going to essential people, people high risk, politicians, which I don't think they should get it at all. But it's going to be a while before it's widespread enough to where everyone can get it or it's available to everyone. So your conventions are still going to take hits. They are.
Mhm.
What happens next year when these cons now go the second year of bypassing? We've already started seeing it. Like some of the January, February, and March conventions have already postponed again.
An example is PAX South that was supposed to happen this coming January in San Antonio. They announced they won't be doing it. They'll be moving to 2022. And
Commenting from Machiko, I remember when I had allergies, it was in March, pre-COVID, and I tried not to sneeze so much because everyone would look at you weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the thing we're in. If you cough or sneeze now, everyone's like, COVID. It's like, or the air's just fucking dry. Calm down.
My allergies are strong enough to where it's obvious I'm suffering from an allergy. My eyes and everything just swell up because and it's usually for like a week of it just sucking every time it switches to new seasons. I'm like, I don't have the COVID. I can't. My body refuses to take in air, let alone a disease.
Since it's pretty quiet, if like the ER's not like popping or whatever, I'm mostly just in the control room, just watching movies or whatever.
Watching Animaniacs.
And so,
Watching Animaniacs.
I'm debating on waiting until I get my new couch coming in. But no, so I've been watching the Matrix movies because it's about to go away on HBO Max. Anyway, so yeah, but when I go in and the first word and I try to talk to like the nurses or whatever in the ER when I have to go x-ray a patient or something, sometimes like I inadvertently swallow my own tongue and I start coughing and they're like, "You've got it." I was like, "No, I just apparently like to kill myself by trying to swallow my own tongue, or I forget how to breathe and I'm just trying to put more work on you guys because I don't want to work myself."
I got in trouble at work. My office is away from everybody else because I refuse to interact with people.
There you go.
But I choked on my own spit and I started coughing. Well, my office is right next to our maintenance room. There's like 4 guys in there. They hear me just coughing profusely. And so an hour later, the nurse comes by and she's like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I was coughing. I choked on my spit." It's like, "Oh, well, let's take the office. Let's test your temperature just to be sure." It's like, "Oh God." It's like, "If you have any symptoms, you have to let us know." It's like, "I understand. I get 2 weeks off if I have COVID. I would love to kind of just stay home for 2 weeks and get paid and not be here because I hate it. But I don't, so I guess I'll stay here."
Right.
Get in trouble for that shit.
And regarding this whole, Anime Dallas thing, this is a pretty good thread I saw from a voice actor, pretty well-known voice actor, J. Michael Tatum. For people who don't know, he voices Tenya in My Hero. He tweeted this. He tweeted this yesterday, actually, pretty much right after Anime Dallas. He wrote, he didn't attend, so don't worry. He says, "Real talk, before COVID, conventions were my biggest source of income. Easily. By sheer luck, my voiceover resume made me a staple on the con circuit, and over the last few years, I'd come to rely on that to pay the bills. So yeah, I'm as desperate for anyone for normal to come back. But here's the thing, it hasn't. And the more we try to pretend it has, the worse our new normal becomes. We're all crawling up to the walls for a throwback to pre-pandemic life. To a lot of us, it means the first glimmer of anything like financial security in almost a year. Boy, does it ever. But that glimmer is not and will never be worth risking a single human life. Please see that. Please see the many, many lives at risk from even one person in denial and be strong. Not the COVID doesn't scare me kind of strong. The difficult kind of strong. The strong that waits. The strong that bolsters the health and well-being of total strangers. Be the kind of strong that chooses in spite of itself not to attend in-person cons until this mess is well and truly over. For what it's worth, strength doesn't come easily to me. These last 8 months have been a white-knuckle crash course of anxiety management. If a schlub like me can find the strength I'm talking about, odds are you'll find it. No problem. This godforsaken pandemic and the world it's created has taken a toll on everyone, emotionally, spiritually, financially. We won't be the same after this. There's no going back. We've learned too much about ourselves, too much about each other. But the strength it will take to weather this nightmare, if we find it, won't fade once the dust has settled. It'll be ours forever. We'll carry it with us into better times. And if that strength can move mountains as in a pandemic, imagine what it could accomplish in the aftermath.
Once this shit goes away, all these people are gonna be like, "See, I told you wasn't so bad." Fuck those people.
Oh, fuck those people. Bitches.
It's good announcement for that guy though.
Yeah, props to him.
Because it's true. A lot of voice actors make the money off of appearances. They get paid to go to this stuff, and like voice acting, as they will tell you, does not pay a lot. You have to do something to supplement your income, and conventions were a good way of doing it. But unless you're a Power Ranger, then pick to go to like comic book stores, then Probably not going to be easy to fill in that hole.
Cameo.
Cameo
Mhm.
here.
OnlyFans,
OnlyFans. There you go.
Patreon. and
You
all
can
that.
start a podcast. I'd watch a podcast of nothing but voice actors. I think that'd be pretty cool to watch.
A lot of people do. A lot of podcasts. A lot of voice actors do podcasts.
Yeah, but it's just like one of them.
No, sometimes they would do like one or two. An example, Rob Paulson would do this. Used to do this podcast called Talking Tunes. He would
Yes.
talk to a voice actor, and then like in the end, they would recreate. They would read from a scene in like a different character's voice. Like for example, he did one with Seth Green. He did a scene from Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh,
He-
yeah, I've seen his.
He was pink. He was reading Obi-Wan's lines as Pinky,
Mhm.
while Seth read Anakin's lines as Chris from Family Guy. Just picture all that.
Love it. I need to,
The comments.
I need to talk to him, see if I can get him to come on next year.
Yeah, you should totally do that.
Wait, who?
Rob Paulson.
Oh, please do.
Oh, God,
I told you
damn.
I
fucking
met him
hate you
twice.
so much.
Why?
Who's Rob Paulson?
Rob Paulson. He's
Yakko,
Yakko,
Raphael,
and
Donatello, Pinky. Fuck. Who the
Carl
shit?
from Jimmy Neutron.
Carl from Jimmy Neutron, Scratch and
A lot of
Sniff.
voice actors. Yeah,
Everybody.
a
Everybody.
lot of voice actors.
I only know the name of voice actors I have beef with.
If I don't hate you, I don't care.
That's right.
The comments.
That's
So if we have Sean Schemmel here, you spend 2 hours talking shit to him, right?
Oh, that
I
we
will.
just leave. It's like, listen,
Piece of
nice
shit.
Listen here,
Jace, you
motherfucker.
need a new tamale lady because I ship and make tamales if you need
There
it.
you go, Gabby.
There you
I don't
go.
know. Are they good? Has anyone here had Gabby's tamales? Because
I didn't know she made it.
No, I
would like
haven't.
some.
I didn't know Gabby made him either.
I
you
would
guys
love
will
to.
have to test them for me. Because
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna
I
waste
don't
my money on
trust.
pets.
I don't trust food being shipped either.
That's true.
Yeah, like Uber Eats and all that.
I trust Uber Eats because that's like having your pizza delivered to you. But anything that has to be mailed.
Deanna had asked if I had found a tamale lady. It looks kind of creepy when I'm driving down certain places in a van.
You're creeping by in a van looking for an
So-
older lady selling food.
Looking for a lady
Oh
just
my God,
throwing
okay.
Something around with foil.
All
on it.
right. I'm seeing this thing on Twitter. It's regarding Anime Dallas too. Some guy, they're beefing with each other. So someone wrote, can I say the Twitter handle or should I not say it?
No.
Zarek also says I'm alive.
No, we shouldn't say. Okay.
With 5
So,
exclamation points.
This person wrote, I'll be making a video regarding the Anime Dallas affair soon. And then someone replied, yeah, I'm sure your 110 subscribers would enjoy your video on downplaying COVID and that Anime Dallas should happen during a global pandemic.
Oh my
You-
god! Now I
Oh,
don't
that's
know
a
who
comment about the thing.
No. So here's what his response was.
Oh.
Being skeptical of COVID is not the same as downplaying COVID. And the person wrote, yeah, no, that's like saying getting stabbed with a knife is not the same as getting stabbed with a sword. Different things, both still deadly. Someone wrote, also, how can you be skeptical as a disease overtaking heart failure as the #1 cause of death? And then he proceeds to be all scientific and stuff. He goes, actual stats from the CDC based in 2018. We don't have 2020 status yet. And frankly, in 5 years, a lot of the people who survived COVID will die of heart disease. Yeah, it's like, no, yeah, there you go.
Wait, are you saying like if they didn't have the COVID, they would die of the heart disease?
No, he says, frankly, in 5 years, a lot of the people who survived COVID will die of heart disease.
Oh, if you survive COVID, you'll probably die of heart disease. Oh,
That's because they don't know the long-lasting effects of it. It looks like it's going to affect you. If you're affected hard, it's going to be a lifetime recovery.
Heart disease is the leading killer right now if you take COVID out of the equation. And it's been the #1 killer for a while. So that statement is accurate. But again, I don't know the way you're putting it. So that makes it sound like you're disregarding other facts. So,
It's dumb. It's just a dumb statement.
yeah, it's a.
Because
just
they
stop.
didn't eat healthy, right? Because they don't eat enough
Did one of
salads.
y'all comment Carmen?
That was me.
Okay. I was going to say,
It's
Yeah,
the
I'm
name
about
of
to say,
my
who's-
van.
Carmen Van Diego
Carmen
is
Van
not
Diego.
creepy.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, who was that?
Gabby Ramirez, known as the Tamale Cartel.
I'm so out of it right now.
Stop it.
Who are you saying stop it to? The mic?
Yeah,
The mic moves.
Yeah.
He's just trying
It's
to
not
get
supposed to.
intimate.
Let me close to your face.
With my laptop, yeah. I need to.
Do not
need to
deny their love.
Anyway, I need
Together.
to find. I just needed to stop like moving. It needs to stay in one position.
I'm constantly moving.
Uh,
I'm nowhere near my
Who
desk
was
right
the
now.
one? Okay, can you at least give us? Okay, I'm gonna allow you to give us the name of the person that wants to make the fucking video, Sonic. Who's the one that's trying to make the video with the 110 subscribers?
Okay, let me look. It is. He goes by the handle Ministry of Otaku.
Oh my fucking god! I don't know who that is, but they sound like a fucking weave.
Well, yeah, currently has 130. Yes, he hasn't made the video yet, but I'm sure within a few days he probably will. Yeah, it's Ministry of Otaku.
He needs to make a video. He's gonna make that, and the next one he's gonna make is how to get his ass whooped. 101.
So he
Catch these
says.
hands.
So he says this. He goes, "For the record, I stayed home this year. Neither can." Oh wait, hold on. Let me see what he said.
Very brave of you, staying home and then making bold claims.
So many. Yeah, I'm taking a look at all this stuff and just. Let me see more. Let's see.
Fucking weave, like nerds, not nerds, but weaves in general are just. There's just like some super entitled ones. Like, I want to be able to go out and have fun.
And what are they going to do? They're going to go to the dealer's room, walk around for 3 hours, and buy $200 worth of shit they shouldn't have.
So he wrote this. He goes, "Let's just be honest. Many people in this time have little or nothing to look forward to this year or next year. And for some, despite the COVID woke restrictions, some will attend. I'm disturbed by the social shaming by people who chose to go who are stuck on March 17th. I don't think this guy clearly understands the whole thing.
Okay, I don't
He
know what
needs
the
his
March
ass whooped.
17th thing makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know what that
makes
means.
sense.
But
He needs his ass whooped.
people are
no-
real confident behind the keyboard when no one knows where you live and stuff. Like make all kinds. That's what the internet's done to all these. I was going to say losers, and instead I could say
Don't
nerds.
call them losers.
But loser is the proper term because a nerd is an insult to the rest of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wrote this earlier a couple of days ago. He goes, "Anime Boston will be forced to cancel again by January 1st, 2021, and Zenkai-Con will be forced to cancel by the 14th of December. Both of them are at risk of going out of business. No one's covering this or addressing this."
Well, the pandemic happened, February? That's when things started shutting down, late February. These conventions haven't
no, it
been...
was in early March.
Yeah, it was not January.
Is when they declared it a pandemic in the middle of March.
That's when they started shutting things down.
Because Mardi Gras was was towards the end of February.
Yeah, so it wasn't until like early March, like around early
So
March.
these early year conventions technically are only going to be missing 1 year by canceling this year. These other conventions that are going out into their second year of possibly having to cancel or relocate, they're the ones I'd be worried about more. If the other ones don't have a plan in case something happens, then it's like, what are you going to do? You want to just send them money so they can stay open?
Conventions like Anime Boston have insurance for this very thing.
Yeah. Large conventions have ways of surviving. Just look at Matsuri. Those fuckers have survived through all kinds of shit.
They'll survive.
Oh, and someone dead ass actually compared Anime Dallas to Anime Matsuri on Twitter. They said, "Hey, Matsuri look good." I'm like, you're bad. You fucked up if that became.
I think that was around the time that the Voldemort comparison was also posted on there. Like, how dare these assholes make these other conventions look somewhat respectable?
Yep.
They have the decency. Well, only Matsuri canceled.
Yeah, see, being
North did
compared
not
to
cancel.
Being compared to Matsuri is like a low blow, but being compared to Voldemort and his conventions, it's like getting it's like getting an operation by somebody with a rusty spoon.
Or it's like that game Amateur Surgeon on Adult Swim.
I had to take out your appendix, but it's just a sprained ankle. Ooh, good thing you told me beforehand.
That's like somebody showing up in a SpongeBob SquarePants costume going, "I'm ready," while trying to give you a prostate exam.
Those are some really big gloves.
He's a sponge, so he'll absorb all of your insides.
No. This is worse. Why is he square, but like his parents are round, like loofahs?
Because they're real sponges and he's a fake sponge.
Oh, this is secret lore.
No, they said that they designed the parents after actual real sponges.
Mhm.
SpongeBob is fake then.
And SpongeBob's original design was different, but they decided to go with the fucking square shape
Because they
catchy.
thought, yeah, and it was because it would fit his nerdy personality. That's what they said.
Yeah,
What a
'cause
square.
Because yeah, that's the whole point. He's just fucking square.
It was more of a rectangle, but
But he's square shaped. He's like box shaped.
he's shaped like a friend.
Friend. He's very friend. Let's see.
So,
I'm
convention
gonna be honest with you. I've been watching SpongeBob lately.
because they took away your That 70s show.
Yeah, that and because you guys said that we were supposed to watch after DuckTales, I started watching SpongeBob because we were supposed to watch Animaniacs.
So you just continue to not watch Animaniacs.
I've watched everything but Animaniacs.
Okay,
watched.
so for now we're gonna say don't watch Animaniacs, and you're gonna
No, because
say the opposite.
because then I definitely won't watch
He'll
it.
admit it because, like, clearly they don't want me to watch this because it's not good, so I'm not going to. But you have to like omit everything from the list, so he'll watch this one thing. He'll find a rerun of something he's never watched and he wants to watch it now instead of watching Animaniacs.
Dude, I'm so like when I say I've watched everything else other than fucking Animaniacs, I mean it. Like I watched somebody play the PlayStation 2 Family Guy video game on fucking YouTube.
Going out
You
of
were
your
just
way.
trying really hard not to watch Animaniacs for
I
reasons.
am not trying. I also don't have Hulu.
Want a Hulu? Also, Sonic, send him to the link.
Damn it.
Now you don't have a reason.
I was gonna say.
I should have opened my mouth.
All right, so
I watched The Boys because you wanted to have an episode about it.
But
We
it took
still
you
haven't
3
had.
fucking weeks, and
You
like, the
gave me a
hype died.
timeline, I did it.
I gave you a week, and it took you 3.
You gave me 2 weeks, and I did it in 2 weeks.
No, I gave you a week, and after the first week, I was like, "Fuck it, just take however long you need."
What?
so
Hold on.
do you want me to?
You had the exact same time to watch Animaniacs for Tom being on. You had 3 weeks to watch it,
I
and
wasn't
you
gonna
still
be on
didn't do it.
anywhere.
Well, you didn't know you weren't on.
Yes,
Oh,
I knew a week
to
in
be
advance that I
fair-
wasn't gonna be on.
Okay,
To
fine.
be fair, Tom also didn't watch it, but I don't
That
blame him
also-
for not watching it.
This is true.
Yeah, after what he said, just would you blame?
I was
him?
like,
Yeah,
right,
but-
but this is after we said, yeah, we're all gonna watch the series and then we're gonna talk about it. He's like,
No,
yeah,
but I told
it's
you.
gonna take me a while to watch the show. It's like,
I-
gotcha.
I knew like from the weekend that I wasn't gonna be able to do the show,
Okay.
no, no worries.
and then like as soon as he said he hadn't fucking seen the show anyway, I was
I
like,
was like,
well.
It is not endorsed by the original creator.
my heart shattered a little bit. I was like, damn it.
So I'm reading a thread right now this is from a couple hours ago regarding Anime Dallas. I know we keep bringing this up. Well, it's our
You're a
main
tech
episode
guy.
anyway.
That's the whole podcast.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. So someone wrote, "Wow, tons of Anime Dallas attendees tested positive for COVID. I can't imagine why."
Wait, for
Someone
real?
wrote, "How much of a piece of shit do you have to be to go to an anime convention in the peak of a pandemic? LOL." Someone wrote, "I've only heard of one, the president, but not surprised about more. Just waiting for a news headline, to be honest." He said, "I also saw rumors that an attendee took a COVID test after being exposed and went back to the convention while waiting for the results. I know there's going to be a huge trace back to the convention. It only happened recently, so it's hard to track right now." That's all wrote. Oh, Lord.
Wait, is that for real? People are
I-
actually testing positive for COVID?
I don't believe that because
It's like I
Monday.
said, it's a rumor. So yeah,
Because
it's a Monday.
because they didn't get the fucking virus from there if they are testing positive this early.
Yeah, and if it's just someone's a statement that they're all testing positive, I don't believe it until there's proof. Twitter's just as bad as the rest of the internet. You can
Yeah, like I said, this is probably a rumor. So
Yeah, Twitter's just as bad as the rest of the internet. Look at the fucking president; he's on there.
he's worse. Like you can post whatever you want on there, but well, I had a train of thought and I lost it. Shit, I had to catch that train.
It's a bullet
Shit,
train.
it was pretty good. It was a good one too.
It was about Animaniacs and how I won't watch
It
it.
was not about
Shut
Animaniacs
up.
because Tom Ritter did not endorse it, but I enjoyed it. You can. There's the thing with these giant conventions we've had because we've had multiple conventions. There was a post I saw in Anime North Texas about this isn't the first convention that's going on. For some reason, it's gotten all this hype. I think they got all this hype mostly because that one idiot posted about a room party and that caused a huge issue from there.
Right.
But also, who checks on the people who's attended these conventions? Like, we don't know if people have tested positive. If they
Right.
have, no one's reporting that. They're not going
Right.
to the convention saying, "Hey, I tested positive. You need to do this." The hospitals are supposed to do that like backwards check, like where have you been recently, so we have an idea.
Mhm.
They don't have to say they went to a convention.
People are speculating
So if you
because there's
go to
no
convention,
way if you're gonna fucking. I guarantee you. Like, I'm not saying that people are selfish or they're all like this, but there are some people that are pretty fucking bad to the point where they're gonna
It's
test
pretty
positive and
Yeah.
not say anything to anybody.
Right.
and like if you get COVID, you go and get a test, and you say you're positive. Where have you been within this?
Vine spiked.
Well, yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say
what is
this
that?
vibe just
I haven't
spiked.
touched it. I have not touched this stupid thing.
I know
Well,
that's the problem.
That's the weird thing.
It'll happen sometimes when I was watching the
I-
podcasts.
I don't know. I'm just gonna
Yeah, like you went quiet for a little bit, and then just now it.
I blame Voldemort. But you
You
get
get
tested
so
positive.
passionate, you're like, "Arr,
You can get
COVID."
There you
tested
go.
positive. They'll try to backtrack where you've been, and it's still related. You have to tell them where you went. If you don't tell them, and God knows nurse do not tell the truth, because it could get their convention in trouble.
Right.
They ain't gonna say shit. You went to a convention. You got sick from it. Where did you get it? I've just been home and at the store for such and such time. Okay. You went to autograph signing at a comic book
Mhm.
store. You got sick. Are you gonna tell them? No, because then what if you got like Jason David Frank sick? He's gonna be real pissed. Now you got a problem with him. You're not gonna say shit. He's gonna come kick your ass after he's done filming. But like,
No, he
it's a
can't
business.
film at that point because he's sick.
Right. So he'll come kick your ass because he's like, I'm losing
He will
money.
murder
Early in the show, Jace asked where was the convention. It was at the Hyatt Regency Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, it was at the Hyatt. That's the giant ball, the microphone.
Yeah, it was on 2334
Oh, the one in middle
International
downtown?
Parkway.
Yeah, that's where A-Fest used to be. So
Mhm.
Oh, fucking dumbasses.
that is a cramped place.
That is the heart of fucking downtown Dallas. That is like Dallas is pretty fucked when it comes to COVID.
Yeah, that's not a big convention. A-Fest was jammed in there because they had nowhere else to go. And even with like 800 people, that's not a lot
Can you
of
imagine
space.
just being trapped and just smelling other people's booty sweat? Ugh.
Well, luckily, it's not as packed as it normally would, but that's not there's no room. Like, you can't social distance at that hotel unless they renovated it to a point where it's spread out.
Mhm.
It's not.
What kind of panels did they have too? I thought I saw one was called like Fedora Tipping 101 or some bullshit like that.
How to be a tool.
Go to a con during a pandemic.
And all I got was this shitty Corona.
Going to a con, stalking my favorite cosplayer, and she still friend zoned me 101.
Terrible.
Sheeple are not people. 101.
I hate when people say sheeple. It's
I know.
sheep. God damn it. It's sheep.
And stop calling people that.
We're clever. We came up with a new word. Yeah, fucking stupid.
People, like, I'm not trying to get political. Like, and I know we've
Too
got
late.
political a couple times, but most of the people that are calling people sheep, yo, you're sheep. Think for yourself. I'm like, okay, where do you get all your news from? I only watch Fox News.
Yeah,
News.
exactly.
I get on
I'm
Reddit.
like, really?
Yeah.
Reddit, the credible news source.
And it's like, wait, so you can think for yourself and be an asshole, but I can't think for myself and do my part to not be an asshole?
No, because you're being an asshole. You contradict me.
Right. Got it.
Close-minded.
There was
don't know
one-
what it's like.
I've been watching political videos all fucking week, and there's this one dude.
See,
that
that's why
says,
you're
like-
sick.
I know. I'm
Mhm.
so sick of their shit. This one dude's
Stop
like,
watching political
this
shit.
one dude's like, I'm upset. Like, I hate Barack Obama because he wasn't in the all. He had a big part of 9/11, and they're like, how was he a part of 9/11? Well,
Yeah.
He wasn't in the office. He was always on vacation. He was never there doing his job. He wasn't there during 9/11. He didn't stop it. I'm like, what? And I had to stop watching that video.
Where was Obama? Why wasn't Obama in the Oval
And
Office
they
during
asked him,
9/11?
like, why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office during 9/11? I don't know, but I want to find out.
Seems awfully
We're going to get to the
suspicious.
bottom of it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
No, and like it gave me heartburn. I think it set back my recovery the whole day.
But I believe it.
Who's the
Actually,
on
like
the
3
meme you
days.
sent? Who's the person with the gun?
That's the president of Anime Dallas.
No fucking way.
Should I just say the name?
Probably
President of
not.
Anime Dallas? It's
No.
public knowledge.
Yeah, it's public knowledge. Especially
Okay.
he wrote his signature in the end of that long post.
Mhm.
It's is John Swayze,
I don't know who the fuck that is.
the voice actor. I don't know how many voices he's done. Yeah, he's a pretty notable voice actor.
Well,
And
I don't,
appar-
I
and
don't
apparently-
have beef with him, so I don't know who he is.
And he's the
Oh, you have beat with them now. Next time, we have every voice actor that Goku hates.
Let's see, Voltaire, Sean Shenwell, Vic.
Very
Voltaire's a
extensive
voice
list.
actor?
He has a voice.
That's about it. That's like 3.
And he thinks he can act.
Who?
Yeah.
Voltaire.
I was
Voltaire.
gonna say.
I bet he
didn't know
thinks
he
he
was a
can act.
I didn't know he was a voice actor.
Oh, Johnny Otaku, that dude from back in the day, the one that kept stalking Funimation.
Okay.
You remember him? You remember him? He was at fucking YuleCon, like he was at
He is-
YuleCon one year.
That dude is infamous for being so horrible. I was watching the Trash Taste podcast,
He
and
was
they
on,
brought him up.
He was on the cosplay contest for Akon one year, and he was trying to peddle his fucking CD, his mixtape. Oh my god, his name was Johnny Otaku. He stalked Funimation so bad they started locking their doors.
He would just stay outside their building.
Yeah, it's like yelling at them, like I should be a voice actor.
Let me in! Let me in!
I'm the next Vic Mignogna, which in retrospect was probably not a good idea to yell.
yeah, that did not. Yeah, I was about to say that's not the
That is
best
weird.
description.
I'm going to be the next Vic Mignogna.
Like,
Just the way you
please
say
don't.
it. Just the way you
Please
say it.
Well, right now you're the current Vic Mignogna as you are unemployed.
They looked
Is
at
that
it too. They
is
looked
that
at
really
it too.
his
like-
name though? Joni Otaku?
That's what people call
Probably
him.
changed it.
No, that was his fucking. That's what we called him. I don't think that was his actual state.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Johnny
Okay.
was his name, though.
Yeah, Johnny was his name, but they call him Johnny Otaku. And then he would say he was the next Vic Mignogna. As soon as he started saying that, Funimation started locking their doors.
Here's the thing. You're not an aspiring voice actor. Either you are a voice actor and you've done some kind of voice acting, or you are unemployed. That's it.
Mhm.
No,
The
he
difference between an aspiring voice actor and a voice actor is the voice actor has done something.
Mhm.
he
Did
went
nothing
to YuleCon the very first year YuleCon was out
at that little bitty ass hotel.
near the NASCAR raceway place. I don't know.
This
He
is
won
this
an
little bitty hotel.
award, but he got mad because he only won like one award. He wanted more than one.
Okay.
He stormed out of the fucking cosplay contest. I remember I was there.
If I remember, the person who won like the YuleCon award,
He was
like the
bald.
judges award, was a ninja Christmas tree.
Hmm.
Was he a Christmas Ninja Tree? Is that what I called him?
I don't know if that was Johnny, but that's the guy who won the.
No, he
like,
wasn't there the following
award.
year. He wasn't there the year we were both there. I don't think. Because when he was at
There's only
YuleCon
been
the
two,
first
correct?
year, there was more than 2. But the
Either
first
2 or
year
3.
he was Sokka with the tribal armor, and he had a little appa with him. And it was
I don't
actually a
know.
pretty good looking cosplay.
It's a shame he's a terrible voice actor.
Yeah, he's the next Vix Mignogna.
Terrible voice actor. All right.
He ruined his own reputation before he could even get off the ground. I'm the next Vic Mignogna. Yeah, we already have enough issues with the first one.
One is too many. We don't need 2 of them.
For real.
One of the comments. SJ went from loving talking cars to from loving
Yeah,
talking
so,
cars to loving whatever the hell
Who's saying
Yakko
this?
is. It's Pachinko.
I was about to say,
Cute
like,
Pachinko?
Hulu
Are
offered
you
you
a
the I'm not a
furry?
furry but deal.
I was about to ask, are you a furry now? What the
I don't
fuck's going
know.
on?
Anime
mean-
Yakko's hot. That's what we're saying.
He's also like 7.
Or
No, Wacko 7.
107.
Oh,
Wacko is 7.
okay.
He's 7 years old.
According to the Hello Nurse song back in like 1997 or something.
Which
But again, like Tom Ruger said, they've been around since the 30s. So,
yeah,
That is like
which
90
raises
years
another
old.
question. How come they didn't bring that up in the reboot?
what, that they've been around since the 30s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they were focusing solely on the fact that they were being
Yeah.
brought back
Rebooted.
and not. That's like the only thing they didn't fucking reference from the first series.
Yeah. Is
Back
that we're
to the-
actually
from the
like
30s.
oldest or that's another thing I forgot to mention. Like for those of us that have done it, y'all notice how like
I've done it. I have a child.
shut up.
Goku, you've done it.
Done what?
You know, the kid
know-
thing.
The what?
You got a kid. You've done it.
Oh, it's
That's
The
not what I'm
master?
talking about.
The big IT.
no shit. I have a kid.
That's not what I'm talking about. But anyway, so
At least she
Dot
did.
sounds older in the new series.
Yeah, because they're
older.
To be fair, their voice actors are getting older.
Yeah, the voice actors are much older.
Well, still, but like Yakko and Wacko technically kind of sound the same, but Dot especially just sounds like older. That's like again another thing.
That's because they mask their voices where Dots is just kind of her talking.
We did get confirmed that Yakko is the oldest, Wacko
Yes.
is the middle, and Da is the youngest.
That's kind of obvious because they don't
Well, no, 'cause,
say
like,
directly,
sometimes-
but it's kind of confirmed in Yakko's wish.
Right, there was that, but it was never fully confirmed in the show. And again, because of animation, I know sometimes there's like some glitches or whatever, but sometimes Wacko and Dot look like the same height, and then sometimes Dot looks a little bit shorter than Wacko. So I just wanted to know because I'm that kind of a fangirl. So
Well, yeah, no.
shut up.
Gabby says, I watched a documentary on furries. Why is that funny? Pachinko says, because SJ caught the furry.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's not the first like non-human thing I've technically developed a crush on, to be totally honest.
I know
What's
she
the f-
she probably developed a crush on the Ninja Turtles, and she can never look at pickles the same way again.
I get it.
Asshole.
Because of a penis.
Just wait, he says it. Cause of penis.
It's a penis. Penis.
Penis.
A penis.
Penicillin?
Penicillin.
Acetaminophen?
Speaking of penicillin,
Technically not wrong. What else?
The same as a penis?
robot.
No, shut up. Yes, a couple of them, and Drago from Jackie Chan Adventures. That guy is hot.
Yeah,
Not
I'm pretty sure SJ enjoys a unbalanced load on the washer a little more than everybody else.
That's not good for the washing machine, SJ. You need to fix that. That's a new washing machine, too. You know it's too expensive for that shit. I'm going to tell your parents. She is ruining her washing machine.
Yeah, I'm not. That
There are
is really
cheaper
weird.
and more effective ways of doing that.
Yeah,
This is true.
pickles.
Who left this
No.
pickle on the couch? There was a cucumber before. Oh, wait.
Hey, Stewie! Who knows?
I know.
Y'all are assholes.
No,
Well, I
no.
didn't say much.
I mean, it's been 100 episodes. You figure you'd know by now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is unofficially our 100th episode. In this
I was gonna
format.
say, hey, I am not the only one. Oh, let me find it. Let me remember. Oh, Kiwi's got a thing for Coco.
so at least he admits
What?
it.
We know about that, though.
I never did
You've seen
not
his fucking
admit it.
Have you seen his Facebook feed? It's
Yeah, I
Coco.
spam a bunch of shit.
I did not admit it. I admitted it to the fucking creator. Like, sorry, I developed
No.
a mild crush on one of your characters that, yes, is technically a child, but
Yeah, and also I never said I had a crush on Coco, so yeah, so it's kind of a technicality here.
yours is guilty by association. Like you haven't said it. It's assumed.
Yeah,
Besides, until
we
Sonic
just-
starts walking around with like a Coco body pillow or inflatable doll, that is not an issue.
Hey, I don't have any of those either.
We haven't been
That
to
we know of.
conventions all year, so who knows what he's bought.
Nah.
What'd you say?
I said that we know of yet. But
I mean,
you haven't,
accurate.
we haven't decorated your house just yet.
The rest
Well, I
of the
also
house
don't-
is covered in nothing but Yakko fan art. It's that one corner's clean, and that's it.
I'm afraid to look up Yakko fan art.
It's actually not that terrible. It's worse on.
Actually, you know what? You know what?
It's
Gus? We
worse
could
on
spend
Hello
the-
Nurse and Minerva Mink's side.
We could spend the rest of the podcast just doing that, just looking. You're reacting to Yakko fan art.
No, because I'm sick and I'm at the verge of throwing up.
Then
Okay.
you should go to sleep.
No,
It's a
like
dog eat
15
dog
minutes till.
world out there.
It's like 15 minutes till. I'm gonna go to bed, but in 15 minutes when the
All right,
podcast
fine.
is over.
Anyway, no, but I did see. Okay, so I went ahead and tried to look, especially on the anime Miak side. So there's some good stuff and there's some not so great stuff. And again, I'm one to judge because I can't draw for shit.
I mean, it's not that difficult.
But-
Just a couple stick figures and you're all set.
I can't even do
An
that.
imagination. That's all you need.
I've got that, but I'm more of a writer than a artist. But
Fan art.
anyway,
Gotcha. Fan fiction. Okay.
yeah.
What's your fan fiction handle?
God damn it.
Oh well,
Fan fiction.
huh?
I said, oh god damn it, fan fiction.
Shut up, you.
Paint a picture
When
with your
you sit
words.
there for 2 hours and read shitty fan fiction at a panel,
No. Well, I understand you do that and it's entertaining and that's fine. I don't resort myself to that. I have like a criteria of stuff that I will read. It has
I've
to
read
be
some of your fucking fan fiction.
Well, here's a little comic.
Ow.
I'm sure
You've
SJ would be interested.
Send us a link, remember? To one that you have read and liked. It was a Transformers one.
Oh.
But she didn't write it. She
No,
didn't
I-
write
no,
it.
no,
Yeah, I
didn't-
didn't write that.
Yeah,
No, I
she
didn't say.
read it.
I meant reading
Oh.
in general. I didn't mean
Okay.
writing.
Right. No, that was one from like years ago that I asked for and I regret asking for it. But
I regret reading it.
So did she.
same.
I thought
brain.
My Immortal was bad. You ever read, let me put it to you like this. You ever read
You
a
want to see
story
some
where the
Gothic?
cook, it's like
Yeah.
reading a story where the Coke machine fills up the washer.
It's very good. That's very Gothic.
It's very goofy.
That's just so funny.
I read like, of course, better. Like I said, I'm much more discerning, so I read better stuff. Like it has to be like at least 2,000 words, and it's got. And I don't even read like the
It's gotta be
kids stuff,
goofy.
kids stuff anymore. It has to be like at least teen and up.
I was gonna say Gothic, not Gothic enough.
But
Got filters all set on preset. And like, all right, let's go to search.
If I
this
ever read another
title.
Yeah.
fan fiction that has one of the settings in fucking Hot Topic, it'll be too soon.
see, I'd give you one of my favorite ones, but you would read like one paragraph and you'd be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." There's too many big words in it.
No, it wasn't that. It's the fucking fact that the fucking robots were filling each other up.
It's not Gothic enough.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
They literally described how one of them works
Yep.
the shaft. I was like, oh no, look at the time.
Yep.
Hey, that's an exhaust hose. Don't put it down there.
Man, SJ, she's having a field day
Yeah,
today.
for real.
Love
And it doesn't get any better because Optimus is all like, there's more than meets the eye. I was like, oh, look at that. Look at the time.
There is another.
Oh, here's an interesting comic. I'm sure SJ would be interested in.
Tell me.
So we're talking about anime and stuff. So
Tell me.
So the context is
be
Dot has a mask over her face,
Uh-huh.
and Yakko's drawing something on the floor, and she's like, "What are you doing? Is that a pentagram?" He said, "You said you wanted us to satanize the house, sanitize the house." and then Wacko goes, "I heard Santanize the house," because he dressed up like Santa Claus, and she's like, "Sanitize."
See, that Santa one makes sense.
Yeah, but like
the
Satan.
Satanized one.
Satanize that.
I love it. And then it's like a flip on the whole fingerprints thing.
Yeah.
Send it to me. I want to see that.
Okay. Well,
Thank
I
you.
might as well just spam this all for her then. All right, there you go.
Send the goods.
Send her
Yay.
some nudes.
Hook me up, mean daddy.
Pickles.
God. Turtle dick.
It's not Gothic enough. No, I can't get over Gothic.
Goofy. God You're giving me PTSD.
I was looking through all of our
Why?
videos for the past year, and
Yeah.
you've got like 4 fan fiction readings on there.
Yeah, because we were doing the fan fiction on Fridays, which
I did not click on any of them. I did not want to see them.
God no. Like there's one, they're all the. Okay, so I think there's 5. I think the first 4 are My Immortal, and then there's another one where it's SpongeBob hooks up with Bill Clinton.
I saw that. That was in the title. Like, oh god.
Oh, I thought. Did you read that Dipper goes to Taco Bell one yet?
Oh no, not yet. I have mentioned it briefly though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember you
Spoiler
brought-
alert:
brought
they
up.
die and end up as the taco beef.
Oh,
That's
that's a-
horrible.
That's very.
No,
terrible.
that's not even the worst part.
Oh god.
Oh,
But wait, there's more. Sodomy and Gomorrah.
Good morning.
What?
I don't know. I said it during the Animaniacs episode. It's like I actually like the new Animaniacs. I kind of prefer this kind of humor is much more on what I prefer.
A little bit, yeah.
Constant referencing, quick
On-
pace, not a lot of characters, so I don't have to focus on a lot of shit. 'Cause I don't
Oh,
have the intention.
right.
Your tastes. They say better.
I like it.
Yeah.
I understand it's not what the original was, but
Yeah.
I like the original. But I wasn't like super invested into it. I like this, and it's much more in my wheelhouse of what I can watch and digest.
Oh, that's the thing I forgot to mention. I didn't notice it at first, but I kept watching that anime scene. Did y'all notice that all their tails are different?
Yeah.
Like Yakko's looks like Pikachu,
Yeah.
and Wacko's has a bite taken out of it.
Yes.
I like that.
or what did I miss besides the whole Pikachu Yakko Wacko thing?
Oh my Jesus.
That's literally what it was.
I just said I
That's all
actually
it
like
was.
the new Animaniacs, so because I like
Yeah.
their style. That style of humor is something I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's short attention span and quick
Right.
one-liners, quick punchlines, wordplay,
Your life
references.
is a one-liner.
Yes, only it's in a run-on sentence, and I can't get it to stop.
What did we
Got it?
talk about before I fucking
Sure.
had to get up?
We finished it, and then
What
we
was it?
went to. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Buns.
Button control.
Talk about button control. Everyone
talking
has to have right
Wait,
to have as many buns as they can.
so wait, were we talking about pickles again?
No,
No, it comes up every once in a while, though.
you get your mind off of pickles.
This is the cucumber family, sir.
Well,
Come on, man.
he's only talking about it because it's not goo thick enough, and until
Right.
it's goo thick enough, he'll.
Oh, that's right. It was fucking Dipper Taco Bell. Ugh. I was like, God damn it, because I hate that story.
That's what
Give it to yourself.
It's awful, dude. Because like,
he eats Taco Bell and then he has diarrhea.
I don't know,
or some
like
shit.
whoever wrote it. Have y'all seen Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so
I haven't finished
for
it, but
SJ,
I've seen
they're the two main characters are Dipper and Mabel, and they're twins.
Right, they're brother and sister.
Right, but for some fucking reason, just like the Supernatural fandom, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that ship them.
Yep.
So this is another one of those fucking stories to where the author ships them, and it gets really uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
because Dipper dies. I don't know what fucking happens to him, but he I don't know, and then his sister rapes him, and then they both die, and then they get turned into Taco Bell beef.
That makes sense.
The only thing about that makes sense is that Taco Bell doesn't care what type of meat they use.
Exactly. I know he describes the Taco Bell taco like he's eating it. He's like, it's so juicy and beefy and thick. I'm like,
I can taste the innocence.
Tasty innocent.
no, like he's eating the.
It's not real Mexican,
He's like
obviously.
eating it. He's like, it's so juicy and beefy and thick. I'm like, I don't think he's eating a burrito.
Sir, could you quit describing what you're eating out loud? You're making everyone else very
Very
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
Right.
Which, and like he doesn't question the Taco Bell that's out in the middle of the fucking woods with no roads or streets
They
around
put
it.
Taco Bells everywhere. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, they always put like,
If you
McDonald's
build
and
it, they
stuff.
will come.
yeah, they pretty much followed a field. Maybe they were watching Field of Dreams. They're like, all right, that's the idea.
Thing here.
Mm.
And then like he
beautiful.
describes the bathroom as being extremely clean.
That's the biggest piece of shit ever.
That's a big red flag right there.
Right.
That's a red flag.
This is a fever. This person's never been to a Taco Bell in his life.
That's how I knew he was gonna end up like as the taco beef taco.
Because as soon as you said that.
Yeah, because as soon as he said the bathroom was like super clean, I'm like, dude, you're gonna end up as the fucking chef special.
Mystery meat.
Too clean.
It's too clean.
Like, and then they describe it as like these dudes in like black suits that look like FBI agents come in there and shoot them and then throw them in the grinder.
What? Waste of bullets. You gotta trick them with candy.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
want
fucking
candy.
Weird, dude. It's
Bubba Gubba
weird.
Taffy.
Like, you gotta. I don't recommend reading it.
No,
but at the same
don't.
time,
Yeah,
you
don't
gotta
say
read
it.
it. It's fucking horrible.
That's like when someone smells something that smells horrible and then they hold it. He's like, "Here, smell this." Like, no, I just saw how you reacted to this.
Yeah.
I don't need that experience.
But
I
you,
will live vicariously through
you
you.
know, but people still fucking smell anyway out of curiosity.
I don't. I outright refuse. I will push people away. Like, no. One of these people got like a bottle of liquid ass. It smells just like it sounds.
No, what's worse is the people that fucking smell it like, oh, and then they go back and smell it again.
That's he got this. He smells
heard
it's like,
people
oh,
do
it
that.
smells so horrible. It's like, what is it? It's like, it's called liquid ass.
No,
Like,
no, no,
that sounds
no,
like
no,
it
no.
smells
I'm talking
horrible.
about the
Then he
guy-
tries to-
I'm talking about the guy that's like, oh, that smells horrible. Then he goes back. He's like,
Oh, he
Oh,
smelled it
it's-
again. And then he tried to get me to smell it. Like, no. It's like, just once. It's like, no, I don't need that. You live with your mistakes. I will live with your mistakes too. I don't need to have it on me. I make enough of those shits myself. I don't need to fucking smell your crap you
damn,
went bought.
Pachinko's going off on SJ talking about she wishes she was.
I
the
can't even
nurse.
see it.
SJ
That's what
wishes
sucks
she
the
was
most,
the
I can't
nurse
In Animaniacs and the
That's
Kiss.
characters.
Hello, nurse.
I was just thinking, like, if we do go back to the conventions and stuff, I do want to try and do a Hello Nurse.
You're not
I'll
gonna
do
mix
that.
it with Autobots, are you?
No, I'll
that'd
actually
be
do
funny.
Hello Nurse.
Okay.
Hello, Autobot.
I mean, there was going to be a thing similar to that, but that was strictly at Transformers. Like I do, like I do my humanized thing, but no, I actually want to do like Hello Nurse.
You've inspired me. I'm gonna cosplay a Coke machine.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it do that.
I'm gonna
Just
go
like, just put a quarter inside and just like, all right, here's the Coke.
Yeah.
And if you run out of
I'm
stuff,
going to
you'll
the
just put
laundry
something
room.
random.
I hate that I can't see the comments anymore. This sucks.
Somebody's giving me a quarter. I'm like, here you go. You get an RC cola.
Rodney. What you know what RC stands for? Girls rule. And the Quagmire goes, she was dyslexic. Because there's like that scene from
Royal Crown Cola.
Royal Crown.
If pickles are just pickled cucumbers, how come we don't call other pickled things pickles?
Wait, what?
A pickle is a pickled cucumber. So pickling is the process.
I got a better
But
question.
you
Why
get
do hot?
pickled eggs? But you don't call those pickles.
I got a question though. I got a better question. I'll do you one
Yeah,
better.
you do. You don't
How
call
come-
them pickles, but they are pickled eggs.
Well, how come you don't call pickled cucumbers
What?
pickled cucumbers? You just call them pickles.
Before you ask your question, Sonic,
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Aren't xenomorphs the aliens from Alien?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, why do hot dogs come in packages of 10, but hot dog buns come in packages of 8? Why is nobody answering that question?
I remember that skit.
I
Bullshit.
have an answer.
I call bullshit because
Because
My
some
family-
asshole always eats a hot dog without a bun. And I hate them.
Mhm.
It always happens
They
at
put it
my
on their
fault.
they put it on their macaroni and cheese.
my
They've
fucking
recently started
family-
doing the 8-to-8 ratio. It's like a uniform number now, and I
And we-
appreciate that. But
Yeah,
now when
'cause-
someone takes a hot dog without a bun, now you have a fucking bun with no hot dog for it. And it irritates me.
Well, my
Anyway,
family did the
what
whole.
does the xenomorphs have to do with
Just
anything?
take fucking.
Oh, it's
bread
because
and fold it.
someone asked a question earlier. It was who was it?
Pachinko replying to Gabby. What's
yeah.
next? She's into xenomorphs?
Yeah, Xenomorphs from Alien.
No,
Let me show you. Let me
Hot
send you
dog-
this Reddit link.
hot
the
dog-
Predator.
Hot
I'm
dog
into the
buns.
Predator.
For me, hot dog buns are for non-poor people.
My partner gets pissed at me because I refuse to buy hot dog buns anymore. It's like we don't need hot dog buns, hamburger buns. If you were poor, you know that bread is bread.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's everything.
Plus,
Just
it
use
tastes
bread.
better. Like it's not as thick as hot dog bun. Where
You don't need all those empty carbs. It's too much. a nice square piece of bread.
There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially
You can get wheat, honey wheat, whole wheat, white. There's options. What are your
Dude,
options
Yeah.
for
I
hot
haven't
dog
eaten
buns?
white bread since I was
There
a
we
fucking
go.
kid.
Really? Wow.
Well, okay.
What's your favorite type of bread?
I
Actually,
meant like
I'm curious.
sandwich white bread.
I know.
You go to Subway, you get a sandwich. What bread do you get?
Oh, I get wheat.
Yeah, same. I get
Like
wheat
wheat?
as well.
I get 9-grain honey oat.
Mm.
I don't know what the fuck. It's bread. It's all the same to me, except for white bread and wheat bread.
It just tastes a little sweet, and that's all I care about. Before I pile on a bunch of shit that you should not eat. SJ, do you go to Subway?
Hell no.
Hmm.
Fuck
Not a-
Subway.
Of course
Not a
not.
fan
She
of
spends
sandwiches.
$45 on salads and sandwiches.
What on that 50-cent sandwich that you're claiming as part of that $45? What type of bread did it have?
I don't remember.
White bread. I guarantee it.
It
What type
wasn't
of-
white bread. I don't know. I try really hard not to do white bread anymore. I can't do it.
Damn it.
Do you do like a
I-
rye, a pumpernickel, or what?
The fuck
I
is
think-
pumpernickel?
It's a white person bread.
Okay.
You wouldn't understand.
Hurry up,
No,
'cause
I don't really like pumpernickel either. It
I
was
don't like
either
it.
It's made
it
of
has a
nickel.
swirl. Pumpernickel has
you
that
like-
stupid swirl in it. Just letting you know.
yeah.
You like rye bread?
What? Just because I'm Jewish, I have to like rye bread?
No, just I didn't even know rye. And
That is a strong bread.
That's a Jewish thing. Yeah.
What about
Um,
sourdough?
Sourdough's okay depending on
I
what
like sourdough.
what's on it. I like brioche bread. That's the one with like the shit ton of butter in it. What else do I like?
You gotta remember that we don't know everything that's Jewish. I also thought Jewish people and vegan people were the same fucking thing.
I know you did. So did my manager at work. That's why I couldn't eat. That's why they gave me a veggie sandwich instead of like a turkey sandwich. And then
It's supposed to be like, for you to eat it, it's supposed to be blessed by one of the members of KISS, right, or some shit like that. I don't know.
Well,
Kiss.
Gene
No.
Simmons is Jewish.
I don't know if that's true or whatever. No.
It is. It is.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't know a lot of people who are Jewish, apparently, because the list you gave us, I was way off. But Gene
Yeah.
Simmons is one of them.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I didn't know for sure. No, I'm not gonna get into it. But basically, like most birds are okay. Fish are okay as long as it has scales. It can't be a bottom feeder. It can't be shellfish.
So you
Can't
can't eat catfish then.
right. I don't know what the deal is with like reptiles.
You
like
said most
alligators.
birds. Is there like a
I
specific
don't think
bird?
there's a bird
Can't
I
eat pigeon.
can't. Well, I guess technically. I mean,
Can't eat
other
crow.
than that.
With those bold claims you have, you're going to.
Right. And then as far as like the red meat stuff, it has to have a broken hoof. So like cow, sheep, technically pigs, but it has to chew their own cud, and pigs don't do that.
I thought the reason why y'all didn't eat pigs, or any religion that didn't eat pigs, because they were like nasty because they didn't have like pores.
Well, that too. But it's also, but for Jewish people, it's also because, cows and sheep have like the four stomachs. So they eat, they throw it back up, they eat, they throw it back up. Like that's how they digest. They have like four stomachs. They do that thing. And apparently that's a thing that we have to have in our meat.
4 stomachs.
Apparently.
That's so. I didn't know that was why, and I find that very weird.
Go figure.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
It's non-related to your religion, but if a
That's fine.
vegan goes down on a person, are they a hypocrite?
So many questions she can't answer. So many questions science can't
That was
answer.
for
She's not
everybody.
vegan. How would she know?
Exactly. I don't know.
No, that was for everybody. Like if a vegan goes down on it,
As long as you don't swallow.
Well, also, you're not. Hates.
Join us Wednesday for a vegan.
Wait, why
Everyone has to
Wednesday?
bring their own vegan. I don't know.
Bring a vegan hat.
Why are you skipping tomorrow?
I'm not here on Tuesday
Oh, why?
because I played Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, God damn it!
Hey.
Well, can y'all be on here tomorrow?
Oh, shit.
Because I'm not
Oh,
gonna be on here tomorrow either. I feel like shit today.
We should just.
Save it for Wednesday.
Let's
Yeah,
skip
let's just
Tuesday.
save it for Wednesday.
All right. What about? I gotta figure out something for Friday.
Yeah.
A guest.
I mean, it's our finale, right?
Yep. Friday's the last day. for the traditional podcast, I'll still be doing content. Hopefully.
Oh man, I finally found the comments, and now I'm trying to go.
Oh,
Damn it, Gabby! Gabby got me one too. That's true. I do like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Fuck, I am a furry. Damn it.
You heard it here.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first. Not just Anime Dallas, but that SJ has watched one too many Disney movies. All right,
Join
guys.
us when we review. What was it? No, that wasn't it. Zootopia. SJ gives her review.
Don't forget Pat.
Not into anybody in that show.
What was the name of that movie?
It's not even
where they were
just a movie.
Sing.
Shut
was it
up.
Sing.
Oh, Cats
Sing.
Don't
Oh,
Dance.
Sing.
Sing.
Oh, sing,
Sing,
Cats Don't
Pet.
Dance.
There's like two, yeah, there's like multiple movies of an animal.
Nope, none of those have done
Goofy.
anything. No.
Goofy movie.
Uh-uh.
Gorsh.
You don't have to be into Goofy. You could be into one of the characters from Goofy.
We've already
haven't
decided that
seen-
age is not a limit for you.
Oh damn! I never agreed to that. Wow.
Shut up.
I'm sure he's old enough now. He's like, what, 30?
They're all technically old enough now, but that's not the point. You're an ass.
Right.
What was
We're
it?
gonna-
Oh.
Glad we could end this on a sourdough note.
The sourdough.
Okay, that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.